nostalgia bait. Sitting in your room, playing video games on the N64, the Blair Witch Project, Kid Rock. Life was good. These are the top 10 albums of 1998 that are also turning 25 in 2023. Alternative rock forever. Alternative rock ruled the world in the 90s, and 1998 had a very interesting release calendar for rock releases, rock albums. Let's travel through time together, and make sure to leave your comment about your favorite artist or album from 1998. Specifically the albums, your favorite 1998 album. Look on the Wikipedia, that's where I check. It's the easiest format for me. These guys are turning 25 this year, and they deserve to be celebrated. If you haven't already hit the like button, the subscribe button, now is the time to do so. You will regret it, like purchasing that one-hit wonder album if you don't. Before we get into the top 10 list, which is what this is all about, we've got an honorable mention, and it's a tie. It's a freaking tie. The honorable mention goes to Madonna and The Chicks, who just narrowly missed the list, so we're going to call them tied for 11th spot. Where they go and without ever knowing the way. Fastball, which is it over there? Is it over here? Maybe, I don't know. It's probably over there, right? I think I got it. Number 10 is All the Pain That Money Can Buy by Fastball. I just saw Fastball with Everclear and the Nixons on tour, and I was blown away. These guys are much more than where they go and without ever knowing the way. And this album is full of hooky alt-rock that should have carried them all the way up the fire escape rather than leaving them to play roadside bars in 2023. These guys are super classy, super nice, and this album is classic now. We're now in the 9th chapter of the video with the Dropkick Murphys and their punk rock album Do or Die. This album is really good. It is not the Dropkick Murphys standout record, but it's a good time, front to back, with all the Dropkick isms that you would want when rocking out with these good lads. And again, it's just a really, really strong album from 1998. Number 8 of 1998. Sunburn from Fuel. Fuel are a band. Spotify actually, you know what? Spotify actually got the release year of this album wrong, so don't come at me with that bull crap. I'm right, Spotify's wrong. I am a fan of Fuel, and I've been a fan since this debut. But honestly, you know, if you're going to be listening to Fuel, this is the album to start with and continue with. All the Fuel songs that casual fans enjoy, and plus, this is the album where Fuel's deeper cuts really do kind of cut deep in a really good way. And this is just the perfect Fuel album. It slaps my butt pretty hard sometimes. 7th greatest 1998 album, Dizzy Up the Girl. Yeah, the Goo Goo Dolls. They get a lot of hate too, but just wait until you see some of my other picks. You're not going to be mad about the Goo Goo Dolls anymore. After becoming an alt kid in 1996, this was an early edition, Dizzy Up the Girl. It was an early CD in my collection that my parents gifted me with, and it's actually a lot heavier than we may remember it being, and it's just a really great rock and roll record. Dizzy and January Friend are goo goo songs to go back and listen to again in 2023 and 2024. These guys really ripped hard. They were punk rock, they were rock and roll, and just really good. Holy part foop. Number 6. Maybe you've been brainwashed too by the New Radicals. 13-year-old me wanted to hate this record. In fact, he did hate this record when he got it. I wanted more of that Get What You Give song, and instead I got a bunch of, I don't know what this is. but I kept listening to it despite hating it, being miserable listening to it. And after a year or two, it finally clicked. Let's hear it for New Radicals reunion that's potentially happening soon. It's gotta happen eventually, right? We're at the cusp. But New Radicals, the one and only album by a band that I was just all set to be a big, huge nerd for, and I still am. And we need more good experimentation like this, and not boring experimentation, or you know, just need good experimentation. I don't know what that was about. Number 5, Pearl Jam with Yield. Yield is Pearl Jam's 5th album, and it comes in at number 5. They were literally on a fiery streak with their just a bunch of albums in a row. Anyone else remember this album and No Code kind of getting switched when you're trying to burn these on your desktop computers onto MP3, CDRs and stuff? No? Maybe I'm just old. Given to Fly and Wish List are some of the most incredible Pearl Jam songs, lyrically at least, written. And just a really, really, really strong entry in the Pearl Jam discography, which is pretty darn good most of the way through. If you are a big fan of the channel, please look up there next to my Lament configuration. I get a new koozie. Anyway, number 4, best album of 1998, turning 25. And the record labels are, with vinyl, we're getting all these 25th editions, 20th year editions, 30th year editions, 15 year editions, 16 and a half year editions. Anyway, Devil Without a Cause by Kid Rock. Yeah, it's a little bit iffy to be bragging on this one in 2023, but in 1998, Kid Rock was the biggest thing coming out. He was alongside Limp Bizkit and Eminem, but Kid Rock was way above them. And Eminem is featured on this album at the very end of it. Very cool, very offensive song. I remember playing FX Zero on Nintendo 64 and listening to this album on repeat, the edited version, because my parents, they were still mad. They said you could tell what he's saying. And then also around the same time, I think, as we went into 1999 with the promotion of this album, the Blair Witch Project. Oh man, the nostalgia bait. Gosh, just think about that day. Sitting in your room, playing video games on the N64, the Blair Witch Project, Kid Rock. Life was good. And Kid Rock said that he was going platinum 7 times. He's going platinum selling rhymes. And he rhymed a lot of words on this record. Like bubbles underwater and stuff like that. Nobody else can rhyme bubbles underwater. Now we're at the top 3 albums of 1998. They're all turning 25 this year, guys. I'm a little bit weird. Number 3, Cold, the debut album by Cold. Cold are in the running for most underrated rock band of all time, and this album is certainly overlooked by most humans. If you're unfamiliar with this band, their most popular work was a song called Stupid Girl. She's going away. She's going away. What's wrong with my life today? Stupid girl. Stupid girl. But this debut album, it predates that by several years. And man, Scooter Ward actually had hair. It was unbelievable. He hadn't joined the bald train yet. And with singles like Give and Go Away and their amazing music videos with Korn members and demonic dogs out of Ghostbusters, this album is heavy and beautiful and just really twisted and sick. It's got acoustic moments It's got really emotional stuff in the lyrics, and it's just a really, really perfect heavy rock record. I highly suggest it. Please listen to Cold. They've got a bunch of albums now, they've got about 6 albums now, and they're all just darn near perfection. The second best album, we're not playing horseshoes and hand grenades here. Second place goes to, I don't want to diminish it, it is the self-titled record by System of a Down. Like most of us, I picked up this album after Toxicity. I went back, and holy mountains, this debut is different than Toxicity. It's a way different record. Some of the most inventive yet entertaining heavy music that exists on earth today. It's completely bonkers. It educated the younger version of me on so many heavy topics, and heavy-handed topics like this. And sugar! Sorry, buddy. Absolutely no skip rock and roll that will make you have new thoughts about life, God, and sugar consumption. Time I want to go where I already want to be, because it's already where I am. Because I'm already there. Hold it for poop. We are at the number 1 album of 1998. Yeah. I'm okay. Number 1 is Stunt by Bare Naked Ladies. B&L are known for their jokey songs, but I'm here to tell you that is not their only trick. Their dark, twisted tales of heartbreak, abuse, divorce, loss, and death are all present alongside 1 Week, the song that broke them, Stateside. Stateside. Yeah, there's comedy, yes, but it's as if the joke is somehow about how difficult life can be. I'll Be That Girl is perhaps one of the greatest songs ever written, and if you can get in my headspace from 1998 and even now, just a little bit, that song just really, really hurt me. Really, in such a really, I don't know what that song was written about, but I'll Be That Girl, oh, so dark, could not be written today. I don't think anybody has the guts to say what Bare Naked Ladies were saying in I'll Be That Girl. But that song gets in my head along with the 12 other songs that do the same thing. Each of them extremely different in flavor and even genre. This album just is all over the place, and give this one a listen, especially I'll Be That Girl, if you think that Bare Naked Ladies are a joke band. And if you like I'll Be That Girl, go listen to Gordon and just cry and cry and cry. Whew, Maroon gets me kind of like that too. But this has been my albums that are turning 25 in 1998. It's been a lot of fun. My top 10 albums of 1998. What a year. Woe is me. Woe us millennials, right? We're getting so old. I guess some of us are 40 now. I'm not 40. I'm not 40. Getting there. Not 40. I was born in 1985. Thank you. Every time I go where I want to. Alternative rock ruled. Oh, sorry. Alternative rock ruled the world in